Welcome, curious minds, to Before AGI Weekly, our deep dive into the past week's most vital AI developments. Our mission here is to take all these breakthroughs, trends, innovations, and turn them into clear, actionable insights. Really show AI's current trajectory. So whether you're a tech pro or just, intensely curious, you should leave well-informed, ready to connect the dots.
And it truly has been a pivotal week. Lots of intense competition for sure. Also a necessary, maybe, dose of reality for enterprise AI. And then big global moves in governance and research. We're really seeing major players doubling down on their own infrastructure, while at the same time nations are grappling with control and ethics.
Okay, let's definitely unpack this. We've got so much ground to cover from, late August to early September 2025. New models going head-to-head, some surprising reports on AI's actual business impact, and even stark warnings from the godfather of AI himself. So first up, it's really clear the race for AI dominance is intensifying on all fronts, especially in the core models and the hardware, the indispensable hardware that powers them. Microsoft made a huge move this week. They unveiled their first internally developed AI models. MAI Voice 1 for speech generation sounds incredibly natural, apparently, and MAI 1 Preview for text. This isn't just like a new product. It signals a real strategic shift, building their own model factory, actively reducing reliance on partners like OpenAI.
Exactly.
And the efficiency. MAI Voice 1 can generate a minute of audio in under a second on one GPU.
Wow.
And MAI 1 Preview, their text model, trained on something like 15,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs, massive scale.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is that clear push for AI independence for Microsoft. This move puts them right in direct competition with, say, OpenAI's GPT-5. And it signifies this broader industry trend where these tech giants, they just want more control over their whole AI roadmap.
Yeah.
The costs, right? The escalating costs. You could kind of echoes the cloud computing wars we saw, but now it's all about AI.
Right. And speaking of OpenAI, they're certainly not sitting still, are they? Making massive investments in infrastructure. Plans to build custom AI chips with Broadcom, expected by 2026. And get this. They're forecasting a staggering $115 billion of cash burn by 2029.
$115 billion just to power ChatGPT's backend.
Including securing 4.5 gigawatts of data center capacity with Oracle.
Yeah. We connect that to the bigger picture, this vertical integration. I mean, designing your own chips, building these colossal data centers, it directly challenges NVIDIA's current market dominance, no question.
Yes,
It's all about optimizing those AI workloads, reducing cost latency, and lessening that dependence on general-purpose GPUs, which prompts us to consider, how profoundly will this reshape the hardware landscape in the next few years?
It's a huge question. And NVIDIA, always playing strategically, they're adapting too. They put out a position paper recently advocating for small language models, SLMs, for what they're calling agentic AI.
Agentic AI, right?
Yeah. So for those less familiar, that's AI systems designed to act autonomously, achieve goals, not just respond to prompts. NVIDIA is arguing these SLMs are powerful enough for many specialized tasks, easier to fine-tune, and dramatically more economical.
Like 10 to 30 times less costly to run.
Exactly, 10 to 30 times less.
And this isn't just a technical argument they're making. It's a really compelling economic rationale. NVIDIA sees this heterogeneous AI system, where the efficient SLMs handle routine, specialized stuff, freeing up those expensive large language models, the LLMs, for only the really complex reasoning tasks. It's a smart play for them. Expands the market for their software tools, provides cost-effective solutions, especially now things are getting more price-sensitive.
So if SLMs can handle these routine tasks so much more efficiently, does that hint at like a permanent split? Some models are workhorses, some are think tanks. Or could it even shift the competitive landscape for companies trying to build their own LLMs?
That's a great question. It absolutely suggests a future with specialized tiers, I think. We might see this robust ecosystem where smaller, highly optimized models are everywhere for everyday business stuff, while the massive cutting-edge LLMs, they're reserved for, frontier research or super complex creative tasks.
Interesting.
And yeah, it could definitely open the door for more players. You wouldn't need the colossal resources for LLM to get in the game. Might diversify the market.
Okay, so shifting gears now from the cutting-edge hardware and models to the real-world impact. Or maybe the lack of it in some cases. An MIT report just dropped a major reality check on enterprise AI adoption. They're calling it the GenAI Divide. And this is where it gets really striking. The report found a staggering 95% failure rate for enterprise generative AI pilots.
95%.
to yield any measurable business returns. You heard that right, 95%.
Yeah.
Despite all the investment, these projects just aren't delivering.
And what stands out to me there is the root cause they identified. It's not primarily a tech problem, they say. It's an organizational and structural learning gap,
Meaning?
meaning these enterprise AI systems are proving too brittle. They don't effectively retain user feedback. They don't adapt to workflows changing. They don't improve over time. They're basically just stuck as static science projects inside companies, unable to integrate and, provide continuous value.
Static science projects. That's a great phrase for it. So this GenAI divide is forcing a market correction, right? Moving away from just pure hype towards actual demonstrable value. Companies are realizing they need solutions that are more efficient, adaptable, easier to integrate.
Exactly.
Which connects back to strategies like NVIDIA's pivot to SLMs, offering that lower cost and adaptability.
Indeed. And it makes you wonder how enterprises are going to navigate this challenge. We're even seeing this thing called a shadow AI economy within companies.
Shadow AI.
Yeah, where employees basically just use their personal AI tools because the official internal ones aren't cutting it. They don't meet their needs.
Yeah.
It just highlights this clear disconnect and the urgent need for AI strategies that actually deliver tangible ROI, not just, impressive demos. The real insight seems to be shifting from static projects to dynamic systems that actually fit how people work.
Right. So while enterprises are grappling with these practicalities, these frustrations, the geopolitical landscape adds another layer of complexity. Nations aren't just watching. They're actively positioning themselves in this global AI race.
Lovely.
Europe's making moves. Germany just inaugurated Jupiter, Europe's first exascale-class supercomputer.
Exascale, yeah.
Yeah.
Capable of a billion calculations per second. That's immense power.
Powered by NVIDIA chips, interestingly. Chancellor Friedrich Merz explicitly said it helps Europe catch up with the U.S. and China on AI and high-performance computing.
And this push for sovereign AI is really significant. Switzerland is doing something similar with Apertus. It's a state-backed, open-source, multilingual language model.
Open source and state-backed. Interesting combo.
Yeah, the aim is for it to be public digital infrastructure, ensuring linguistic, cultural diversity, reducing reliance on foreign tech giants. And the scale, trained on 15 trillion tokens. Tokens being the basic units AI models process, across over 1,000 languages.
1,000 languages.
With 40% non-English data.
Yeah.
That's a big deal for representation.
Huge. But not everyone agrees on this path forward, right? Like NVIDIA criticizing the proposed U.S. GAIN Act.
Right, that act would force U.S. AI chip makers to prioritize domestic orders, require export licenses for top chips.
And NVIDIA argues it would restrict global competition, hamper innovation, basically saying it solves a problem that does not exist.
This debate really highlights that tension, doesn't it? Between national security and open trade, especially in semiconductors. It feels like a Cold War-style shift towards more managed trade. And the consequences for international collaboration, for the global AI gap, they could be substantial, far-reaching.
Meanwhile, China's already acted. New regulations, effective September 1st, mandating explicit, like visible and implicit hidden watermark, labeling for all AI-generated content.
The King Lang campaign.
Yeah, aiming to curb misinformation, deepfakes.
China's move there sets a global precedent for these sweeping AI labeling laws. It's kind of AI ethics by mandate. Reflects a clear recognition that AI needs external governance to maintain public trust, especially with deepfakes getting so sophisticated.
Makes sense. And then a different kind of partnership. Greece signed an MOU with OpenAI, integrating tools like ChatGPT into secondary schools, supporting Greek startups.
Which signals Europe's broader interest in national AI strategies, but through these public-private ecosystems, a different approach.
Okay, so beyond geopolitics, the impact on society, on ethics, it's becoming undeniable now. Moving from theory to, well, reality. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff revealed they cut their customer support workforce from 9,000 down to 5,000 employees.
Wow, that's a huge cut, almost half.
After deploying AI agents that now handle about 50% of customer interactions, it's one of the most significant documented cases of AI directly replacing human workers at scale.
Yeah, that absolutely raises profound questions about the labor market's future. It's a very tangible example. And it corroborates warnings from Jeffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI,
Right.
who's been intensifying his warnings that AI could create massive unemployment and huge profits.
Yeah.
And attributing the problem to capitalism itself.
Hinton also issued another really chilling warning about the democratization of danger, stating AI could soon empower ordinary individuals with the knowledge to create bioweapons.
Shifting the threat from state actors to potentially millions of individuals. That's deeply
Yeah.
concerning. That concern moves beyond abstract superintelligence risks to very specific, very near-term threats. It really underscores this dangerous gap between how fast AI capabilities are advancing and how slowly effective governance is developing.
True.
OpenAI's GPT-5, to its credit, apparently includes comprehensive safety testing, safe completions to stay within guidelines. There's some industry effort, but Hinton's warnings remain stark, urgent. It really forces us to confront these governance gaps.
Absolutely. And on the legal front, copyright lawsuits are heating up too. Anthropic just agreed to pay $1.5 billion to settle a class action suit
$1.5 billion. Oof.
by authors alleging unauthorized use of their books in training Claude, their AI model. And Apple is also being sued for copying protected texts into its OpenLM models.
These cases really underscore this industry-wide IP scrutiny. It's a clear signal. AI developers must carefully curate training data or face massive liabilities. This will likely push for more licensing deals, potentially reshape how AI models are trained altogether.
And maybe one of the most direct economic disruptions we've seen lately, Google's AI overviews.
Ah, yes, the summaries at the top of search.
Exactly. They're causing an existential crisis for web publishers. The Financial Times reported a 25–30% drop in search referral traffic.
25 to 30%. That's huge for their business model.
And the Daily Mail saw drops of up to 89% on some specific queries.
Wow. It fundamentally unbundles the value of the content from the publisher's website,
Yeah.
where they can actually monetize it. It's creating this zero-click experience, threatens the whole business model of online journalism, raises critical questions about who captures value in this AI era.
It really does. It disconnects the content value from the publisher's ability to make money.
Precisely.
But, okay, despite all these challenges, all these concerns, the pace of AI innovation isn't slowing down, is it? We've seen some incredible research breakthroughs just this week that really push boundaries. OpenAI officially released GPT-5, features a unified architecture, enhanced reasoning, significantly reduced hallucination rates. Sam Altman described it as like having access to a team of PhD-level experts available at all times.
High praise. And what's fascinating there is comparing it to DeepSeek v3.1. That's a new open-source hybrid thinking model from China. Offers competitive performance to GPT-5, but at dramatically lower costs.
Open source and competitive with GPT-5.
Yeah, so this democratization of advanced AI is a strong counter-trend to all the power concentrating in a few big corporations. Makes cutting-edge capabilities more accessible.
That's really important. And in healthcare, a truly remarkable breakthrough. MIT researchers unveiled Vaxier AI, a system that retrospectively outperformed WHO recommendations in predicting the optimal flea vaccine strain.
I performed the WHO. How often?
Showed higher accuracy in 9 out of the last 10 seasons for the AH3N2 strain.
That's incredible. It demonstrates AI's immense potential to significantly improve public health preparedness, vaccine effectiveness. It's like a new paradigm in computational epidemiology, using deep learning on viral genetic sequences to understand mutations like never before.
Amazing potential there. And finally, on the global equity front, Google.org awarded $1 million to the University of Witwatersrand's Mind Institute in South Africa.
That's great news.
Yeah, a crucial investment to support African AI research leadership, ensuring diverse perspectives get included in AI development, which is vital, right, for globally relevant solutions.
Absolutely vital.
So, wrapping this all up, what does it all mean for us as we track these rapid developments? This week's deep dive into AI reveals, I think, an undeniable truth. We are truly at an inflection point. On one hand, technical advancement is just speeding up at an unprecedented pace. Powerful new models, super efficient hardware, groundbreaking applications across sectors.
But on the other hand, the arena of debate, technical, commercial, ethical, it's expanding just as fast. We're seeing this intense competition, the harsh realities of enterprise adoption kicking in, a global geopolitical scramble for AI leadership, and these urgent questions about jobs, IP, safety.
Yeah. The coming months seem critical. Will these trends lead to a more bifurcated AI world, tightly regulated national silos, or can we maintain a still open but maybe more accountable, more globally collaborative ecosystem? It's clear AI advancement is accelerating, but so is the societal reaction, the demand for responsible development.
Which prompts, I think, an important question for you, the listener, to consider. As AI continues on this rapid trajectory, How will you contribute to shaping its future, balancing that incredible innovation with responsibility? What steps can individuals, organizations, all of us take to ensure these powerful tools are harnessed for good?
Great question to ponder. Thank you for joining us for this essential AI News Digest. If you want to dive even deeper into specific AI concepts, maybe get hands-on with some tutorials, make sure to subscribe. And visit the Ian Ochieng AI YouTube channel. That's Ochieng. We'll be back next time with more insights to keep you well informed.